Up, Facebook world? Welcome back to another episode of Freedom Hacks, episode 23 today, I think, and I'm sticking to my commitment to bring you daily episodes at least between Monday to Thursday every single week. And today's topic is all about why I love homeschooling my kids, why we got to the decision of homeschooling my kids, and what I've already seen since homeschooling them for the last, almost 8 weeks. And for a lot of people, making the decision to homeschool their kids is either something they've never thought of or they have thought about it, but they're never sure how to go about it. And I was in the same boat. I knew from a concept point of view the reason why I did want to homeschool them. I also knew that in the back of my mind what the commitment was going to be around it, but I wasn't 100% clear on how to structure it to really achieve what I wanted to achieve for my children. And the biggest factor that led me to wanting to homeschool them was to really recondition the way that they think, the way that they go about learning, the way that they communicate with each other and other people in their lives, to how they think and their perception of the world and other things that, come into their mind on a day-to-day basis. And it's incredible to see how an environment can condition somebody. I'm not a believer that your environment is the only conditioning factor. I believe that people come from all sorts of environments and achieve all sorts of amazing things. But when you put somebody in an environment that is designed and dedicated to help them succeed, to free their mind up to opportunities and possibilities, it's amazing to see what happens and the level of growth that can come from that type of environment. And that's ultimately what I wanted to give my children. I get so pissed off that this day and age is evolving so quickly. The way we communicate and consume information and interact and connect is constantly evolving and changing. The level of information that we have access to at the click of our fingers is incredible. But yet the school system is still backwards. It's still based around rote learning information and regurgitating it back out. And we've lost the ability to learn how to learn. We learn how to memorize shit, but it doesn't mean anything to us. There's no context around why we need it in our lives. And 90% of the shit we don't need in our lives at all. And I got sick and tired of watching my kids go into the same old system that's really not designed. If anything, it's designed to set people up to fail, to learn the things that they need to learn once they finish and get out of the school system, right? And then people wonder why they are left feeling like they wasted all of this time and they don't have the skill set that they need to make the most out of life. And I really didn't want that for my kids. So when I decided to commit to this, I had to get clear on a routine. And one of the biggest things that I wanted to do for my kids is teach them how to learn, all right? Like, learning how to learn has been the biggest skill set that I could have ever given myself. And it's something that I help other people with on a daily basis. It's being able to have an idea, something in your imagination that you want to bring to life, having no idea how to do it, and getting to work and setting the course to not only learn how to do that, but how to succeed in it, how to implement it, how to grow and bring that dream, that vision to life. And I wanted to give my kids that same level of freedom. And since starting with my program in homeschooling, every single week they have a project that I haven't given them any confinement to it, right? Here's the information and you have to present it on a Friday. They have to put it on a big piece of paper. They have to do drawings, lots of colors and everything else. And then they have to take that information and put it into bullet point form, so that when they explain and communicate what they've learned, they keep eye contact. They know how to present that information. They know how to go from consuming the information to being able to bring it down to one bullet point to then be able to explain it and teach it to somebody else, right? Which for me is an invaluable communication skill and an invaluable self-education skill that anybody can adopt, right? And watching my kids do that and watching them get better at it and watching their communication and presenting getting better and better, it's been really, really cool. Like, I really enjoyed the process. And the thing that I'm starting to see, especially in the last 2 weeks, because they're learning how to create a business too. So they've gone from concept to different business ideas. I'm even giving them online courses that they're working their way through, putting notes in their journal. And then when they have questions, they go and search for the answers first. And then if they still don't know, they come back to me, right? So they're in control of the whole process. I've just given them a framework to work in between, and how they're starting to create things and come up with ideas and starting to research things and learn things and want to find out things that were never in their mind before, which for me is so cool. Like, I love being a part of this process and helping to facilitate it for my kids, because I know that's a skill set that they're going to be able to adapt to anything they want in their life, and to be able to adopt to achieve the success that they want in whatever they decide to pursue. And I think it's interesting as human beings that the older we get, the more that we stop doing that, right? And we confine ourselves to self-limitations, the things that we think we know or can know, or I don't know how to do that, or I don't know how to do that, or I don't know how to achieve that, I'm not sure I can do that, I won't do that, right? And these limitations were never put upon us. We adopted them, and sometimes they're not even ours, they came from other people, right? They came from, you can't do that, or that's a silly idea, or why would anybody do that, or I'm not gonna try it in case I fail, blah, 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 right? All of these different things that have confined what we believe is possible versus not possible. And I'm trying to do the opposite for my kids. I'm trying to get them to throw all those bullshit limitations away and dream as big as they fucking want to dream, right? Bring anything that you want to life and don't limit it, right? Doesn't matter. My little man keeps talking about how he's gonna set up the first electricity station on the moon, right? Like, I don't even know where he got that concept from, but fuck, I'm not gonna be the one to squash that dream at all. Go for it, buddy. If I can do anything to help you, I will. Do you know what I mean? And all of the great thinkers in our world, they're the ones that didn't finish the education system. They're the ones that didn't allow themselves to be confined by these limitations society, our parents, and our culture puts upon us. And I love being a part of this process because it allows me to see things in the reality that a lot of us face on a day-to-day basis, and just to see how unrealistic a lot of that shit is. Like, it's not real, but in our minds, our perception is this stuff is so real, and these possibilities are so defined or, limited, that we believe it to be the truth when it's not the truth. It couldn't be anything further from the truth. And for me now, if I can help my kids adopt this skill, if I can help them start a business and learn the process, if I can help them learning that failing is the best way to learn, failing forward is the quickest way to get to success, right? It's going to build the character that you need to get through the challenges in your life, to decide who you want to be in your life, to adopt the mindset and the values now that are going to set you up for life. They're going to help you deal with people and situations and circumstances in a way that's in line with who you want to be, and not letting society or other people dictate the way that you want to react or what you think isn't possible for you. I know I just covered a whole lot of stuff, but to be honest with you, for me, I'm really, really passionate about this. I can't live as an entrepreneur since I was 17 years of age. I can't teach entrepreneurship and business and mindset and strategy and all of these different things and then watch my kids go into a system that squashes that makes them feel like they're failures because they didn't memorize the shit the way that it was in the book, even though they have no understanding about what it even means, right? And that was happening to my daughter a lot. She kept getting disheartened all the time. She kept feeling like she was failing. So she said nothing, and she kept getting further and further behind. And now watching the level of maths she's doing, because they still have to keep a core curriculum, I'm not stopping that. But watching her search the answers out and break down a process and then create a process to find the solution, rather than going, I don't know it, I can't do it, and then shutting down. Now we're creating new ways, and her way will be different to the way my other sons do it. It doesn't matter. It's her way of learning how to learn. It's her way of knowing how to find a solution when there doesn't seem to be one, and to find a level of clarity when she feels frustrated and doesn't think that the answer is possible or that she can find the answer. So as always, I hope you guys got a lot of benefit out of that. Maybe it made you think about things a little bit different with your kids. Happy to share with you what I'm doing, how we're structuring it. I'll keep full transparency as I go through the process if you guys have questions. Otherwise, I look forward to connecting with you tomorrow. I probably won't look as snazzy with my glasses on. It's been a long day, 7 hours of calls straight for me today. But I'm going to go jump in the pool with my kids, and I look forward to connecting with you guys tomorrow.